Today, we're back with Too Hot to Handle Season 3, and this is Chapter 26. Already? Chapter 26? Let's get into it. You just caught Carmen and Jirayu in the sauna. What are they hiding? Well, I think it's time to find out. At the sound of the sauna door opening, Carmen and Jirayu both freeze. Jirayu watches, waiting to see what you'll say. Carmen and Jirayu are alone together. I want to make a joke. So, what's exactly over between you two? Are you cancelling your shared Netflix subscription? Your joke falls flat as Carmen and Jirayu continue to scowl at each other. Carmen storms towards you and pins you with a vicious glare. You're a homewrecker, Jessie. Never forget that. She tosses her hair and storms out. You try to ignore the venom in her voice as you turn back to Jirayu. What was all that about? You told me you were going to take a shower. Now I find you in the sauna with Carmen? I was going for a shower, but he rubs the back of his neck. Carmen wanted to talk about things. About what? The benefits of a sauna over a shower? No, she still has feelings for me. She what? He sighs as if the mere thought of Carmen exhausts him. I'm not even sure if that's true, to be honest. It's hard to know sometimes. But I'd rather talk about. Jirayu is cut off by Julian nearly howling. Jessie, come quick! There's a leak in the kitchen and it's getting all over your stuff. What? You sprint for the kitchen and nearly skid to a stop. Where's the leak? Julian looks horrified as he points to a corner. Your pajamas are piled on top of one another and there's a leak perched on top of them. Seriously, Julian. You grab the vegetable and frown. Julian smiles slyly as he returns to the chopping board in front of him. I didn't lie. It was a leek. He begins cutting a cucumber with a paring knife. It just wasn't the leek you were expecting. Avi takes the leek from your hands and tosses it back in the fridge. I tried to tell him it was a pure stupid prank, Jessie. You peer over Julian's shoulder and gape as you see him peeling cucumbers into extremely suggestive shapes. Here, Gigi. Giselle is seated at the island, making an elaborate charcuterie board. She smacks his hand away when he offers her a phallic-shaped cucumber. Don't you dare put that on this plate. Avi, tell Julian to stop putting phalluses on my very fancy charcuterie. Julian, stop putting phalluses on Giselle's very fancy charcuterie. Thank you. I'm glad someone here is a gentleman. She smiles brightly at Avi. When Julian notices, he waggles a carrot between them. Excuse you, I'm very gentle. And immature. Excuse me, I'm slightly immature, thank you very much. Come here and I'll show you just how mature I am. So you can spank me with another phallic vegetable? A guilty grin appears on Julian's face. Maybe? Their bickering dispels Giselle's flirting with Avi. I wonder if Julian was telling the truth when he said he wasn't interested in Giselle. Julian returns to shaping vegetables and Avi is making his favorite meal. Who should I hang out with more? I guess Avi, right? You walk up to Avi just as he finishes making the sandwich. That chip buddy looks really good. Closing your eyes, you take a deep breath. Smells good too. Avi's smile is delighted. Cheers, Jessie. I could divvy it up with you if you'd lend me a hand prep in the salad. Sure, I'm actually a little hungry. As you dish out some leafy greens, your mind runs back to the sauna. What's that look? What look? The one that says you've seen something you weren't supposed to see? Wow, he's a pro. It's nothing. I see. So you wouldn't mind telling me where you just came from then? Avi offers you a cheeky smile, knowing that there's no way for you to get out of this. Oh, you're good. The cream of the crop, eh? So, I was at the sauna, actually. Ah, right, the little hot box of temptation, isn't it? Say what now? It's one of the best places to get. He glances down at his crotch and offers you a boyish smile. You know, some, privacy. Oh, really? Tell me more. I firmly believe it's too steamy for Lana to notice, or at least for the cameras to capture anything. And the kick you get from knowing that someone might bust in at any moment? Well, it has its advantages. Does this shock me? I wouldn't mind a go. Oh, and now we're acquaintances. That actually sounds very exciting. Sure does, doesn't it? He leans in to whisper conspiratorially. The grand thing is, there's not much clothing to strip off, you know? Laughing, you shake your head. Never the practical thinker, huh? It's been known to happen now and then, yeah? So, you're not gonna tell me what happened in there? You considered heading in for a moment, but decide against it. Nah, it was nothing. Avi narrows his eyes at you suspiciously before he shrugs it off and smiles. Alright then. He pushes the plate towards you and passes you a fork. Let's dig in. As soon as you two finish your food, Julian backs away from everyone with a bowl of untouched grapes. Hey, I have a game we can play. Avi quirks an eyebrow up. When you reckon you can win this time? Let the foosball game go, okay? Avi coughs something that suspiciously sounds like, "So loser," under his breath. Giselle conceals her laughter with a hand over her lips. What game do you want to play? Julian throws a grape up and tosses it in his mouth. Catch, of course. Avi, think fast. Julian whips a grape at Avi and he easily catches it in his mouth. Show off. This game is interesting. This could be interesting. It'll be very interesting. Julian instructs you to take a few steps backwards. I'm ready. Just don't hit me in the head. No promises. Julian tosses the first grape, and Giselle dies in front of you to catch it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't know this was a free-for-all. You snooze, you lose. Giselle's words set off a fire in all three of you. As Julian tosses the grapes, you, Avi, and Giselle fight one another to catch them. Giselle hops onto Avi's back, hoping to get more height. You step in front of both of them to catch the grape, making them nearly tumble to the ground. The battle continues with shrieks and laughter, and by the time you're done, the bowl is empty. Told you it'd be fun. Oof, I'm so full now. Rest time. Julian puts the empty bowl in the sink and dusts his hands off. Well, that was fun. But you know what would be even more fun? He turns to Avi, who raises an eyebrow. Let me take a wild guess. A game of foosball? Exactly. Giselle chuckles as the two men head for the living room. I think I'm going to shower before Carmen uses up all the hot water. Then I guess I'll take a walk along the beach. Enjoy yourself. Giselle walks to the door with the skip of a woman who didn't just dump her man. Guess she's doing well, considering. I wonder what Jirayu's doing. It's been a while. The large array of food on the table gives you an idea. Maybe I should look for Jirayu and bring a snack. I'm going to, let's bring some food for Jirayu. Why not? You rummage through the cupboards until you find what you're looking for. Perfect. You enter the bedroom to find a hurricane of paper. For a moment, you think that Jirayu has shredded a book, but upon closer inspection, it's an array of painstakingly chosen love confessions from famous romance novels. Jirayu, what are you doing? You pick up one of the notes. Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy? He stepped down, trying not to look long at her as if she were the sun, yet he saw her like the sun, even without looking. I wanted to express to you how I felt. I couldn't quite find the words, but I knew I'd read them before. I can't believe you took all the time to do this. Jirayu, this is an amazing gift. I mean it. Thank you. Oof, okay, that's a big weight off my chest. He exhales in palpable relief, making you chuckle. I was nervous. Because? I just wanted to apologize for what you saw. Jesse, I promise there's nothing going on between Carmen and me. I'll admit she and I had a connection in the beginning, but you changed everything. I told her that I wanted to be with you and only you. Carmen respected that. She wasn't happy, but she respected it. The sincerity in his eyes is unmistakable. I was shocked to walk in on the two of you, but I understand that nothing is happening anymore. I know you'd never lied to me, so I trust you, Jirayu. Jirayu's face falls for a fraction of a moment. No, why are you falling? Why is your face falling? Right, you trust me. He swallows thickly and you reach for his hand. I brought something for you as well. I remembered you saying that you had a sweet tooth, so I was able to snag you something. You reveal the package of cookies you saved for him. I think you're an angel. This may be the best present I've ever received. I think you might just like the cookies a bit too much. He takes the bag from you and quickly pops a cookie in his mouth. Guilty is charged. So, what inspired your surprise for me? I was thinking about how much I enjoy spending time with you. His eyes darken. I enjoyed breaking the rules with you in the pool as well. Your skin prickles with heat as you remember the steamy moment you shared in the pool. You like making love letters for me as well. You look at the book pages strewn over the bed and then notice one balled up on the floor. What's that? Nothing. You reach for the balled up paper, but Jirayu grabs it first and holds it over his head. Jirayu! You reach upward to grab it from him, but you both tumble onto the bed. You land directly on top of Jirayu with every inch of your body pressed to his. Every inch. Now, are you gonna let me read that paper? Never. You bite your lip and widen your eyes innocently. Please? Jirayu groans. Jesse, don't do that to me. What am I doing? Don't give me that innocent look. It just makes me want to corrupt you. Maybe I want you to corrupt me. His eyes drop to your lips and then the balled up sheet of paper falls from his hands. You reach for it, triumphant. But then his hands drop to your hips. You suddenly become very aware of how close he is to you and how badly you want him. Do I want to go all the way? Yep. You cast... Oh, sorry, we're at an infatuation now. You cast one more gaze towards the crumpled ball of paper. Then you look towards Jirayu, your mind made up. You angle your mouth to his and he playfully nibbles at your lower lip. Jirayu. You sigh his name into his mouth. Encouraged, his tongue glides against your lower lip. His large hands come to cup your cheeks, his hips rolling against you. I've got you, Jesse. Jirayu peels your clothes off slowly, almost painfully. Gorgeous. He leans forward and presses a gentle, open-mouthed kiss against your chest. You shiver and arch against him as he traces your chest with his tongue. Jirayu, I need you, you whisper. He gives you a wicked smile that makes your legs clench. Heat swirls low in your gut, spreading through your body. You feel perfect. Jirayu pulls you in for another kiss. You arch against him, meeting every roll of his hips. And it's not long before your grinding becomes faster, harsher, and needier. By the time you feel completely sated, you're certain you've never felt a high like this before. When you slump against each other on the bed, there are wide smiles on your faces. Jirayu, that was perfect, he finishes. He hands you your clothes and soon you're both redressed. But was it good enough to make you forget about that paper? I did forget about the paper! Well, now that you mention it, I won't look if you don't want me to. You can read it, but I'll admit it's a bit embarrassing. Emma by Jane Austen. Of all the quotes that Jirayu has strewn across the bed, none of them have explicitly referred to love. But the paper in your hands, if I loved you less, I might be able to talk about it more. Jirayu's cheeks go pink. What do I think of Jirayu including this quote? I think the quote is, it's very Jirayu. Honestly, this quote really reminds me of you. I love it. It may be the most romantic thing ever done for me. Jirayu grins widely. That can't be true. But I promise I'll strive to one-up myself every time. It's the least you deserve. You smile at Jirayu and cuddle closer into his arms. His chest rises in a rhythmic pattern, but his heartbeat is slightly offbeat. And you know it's definitely your fault. Hey, Jirayu, you in here? Have you seen my shorts? They were... Oh! Avi spins around and covers his eyes. Sorry! I didn't see anything. You cover your face, mortified that you've nearly been caught in the act. Avi! Avi plugs his ears. La la la! I can't hear you. Avi all but runs out of the door, and once he's gone, you push yourself to your feet. I need to take a walk. Make sure I don't die of embarrassment. Jirayu laughs as you practically run out the door. You take a quieter path, hoping that you won't run into anybody on the way. It's entirely silent, except for when you pass by the suite. You catch the unmistakable giggle from a woman, followed by a masculine moan. Wait, is someone having sex? Like, we can talk, right? So we made some interesting choices. We made a joke to Carmen and Jirayu, like 34% of people. 40% of people questioned Carmen and Jirayu, and 26% of people stayed calm. 41% of people told Avi his secret sounded exciting, whereas 30% didn't find it shocking, and 29% of people were shocked. We also brought some food for Jirayu, like 77% of people. 23 didn't. 90% of people had sex with Jirayu, including us. 10% didn't though. But what did you think of this episode? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was worth it? I really liked this one, actually. I think it was a very short episode, but it was good because we got everything in that we needed to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this part. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much to our wonderful channel members who make these videos possible. I really appreciate you. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. So thank you so much. And if you found yourself enjoying these videos, please make sure you give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your notifications so you know every single time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.